Talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. He makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's fucking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're a man, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. So is Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Boston Celtics. For Boston, they come into tonight's game after a loss to Miami. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. And tonight, we get to see Mohamed Bamba. Tremendous size and strength, but also extremely bright, Kenny. Schools with the highest level academics offered him scholarships.
Wow, because he's a smart guy off the court who still honors his basketball IQ. I love that. I love that about guys. And you know, he's just one of the rare breeds of everything you want. He opposing defender, blocking shot, alters everything, and a great student.
And on the offensive end, very raw, runs the floor very well. Needs to add a lot of strength, though.
Coming up shortly, it's the tip. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and pad their win total.
And you know, for the Celtics, the position they're in would be considered a success for most teams. But let's face it, they're not most teams. For them, any place other than first is a disappointment.
Especially since they were in the top spot earlier this season. I'm sure they thought they'd be there all year, but now they've got some ground to make up.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is one of the youngest coaches in the league. At the same time, he's one of the longest tenured coaches in Celtics history. Kyrie Irving said he brings the ultimate unwavering confidence. Chill but assertive. He demands excellence out of you. You want to play for him. Kevin?
All right, David. What a season so far. Of special interest, Doris, the young teams that have finally put it all together.
Well, think back over the years, Kevin, when you've seen certain teams come along at a certain moment. Think back to Oklahoma City or the Golden State Warriors, obviously, when Steph and Clay and Draymond were getting their start in the NBA. And then the Celtics of a season ago, the likes of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You draft well and you get rewarded, Kevin.
Boys, nice and high.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Down low, it's more.
Look at that. Wow, the tenacity of Aaron Gordon, the athleticism is just amazing.
Irving looking over the floor. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Knocks it loose. Fires from 14, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good. Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Free throw no good from Gordon. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
Morris outside. Boston again missing.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
And the basket by Gordon.
And just a solid way to start the game, 4 of 5.
For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Irving double team. Passes it to Horford. To the middle. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got his first basket of the night.
You know, Kev, this in part is why Al Horford is seen as such a terrific leader. His willingness to pass the basketball, to play unselfishly.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Inside, here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself, he converted in a big way.
Irving with a clean look. Offline with his 3. Magic leading by 6. And it's Gordon penetrating. Morris with the rebound.
Boy, a kickout's probably a better option when the defense is swarming around like that.
This one for 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Morris has got 5 now.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And finished off by Horford.
I tell you, Al Horford, low post position leaves no doubt.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Utah Jazz. Fournier, and it's sent back by Horford. Fournier against Smart. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And that one drops. Smart's got his first points of the game.
But Kevin, how about Marcus Smart displaying an ability to get through and around traffic? Exceptional control.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
They didn't play well in that second half. Had a big lead, but just didn't sustain the momentum and ended up giving it away. a chance to check out stats for Marcus Smart. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role. He knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him. Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Pass to Morris. Over Gordon. Morris, no good. Magic leading by 3. Gordon, the pass to Augustine. Vucevic trying to get open. Augustine, that's good. Boston's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And on the way from Irving for 3, it's hauled in by the Magic. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. Augustine from outside sinks the triple. Augustine's got 5. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul troubles.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes them out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
And Smart the bucket on the assist by Tatum. He has 6. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. 4-point game. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
Here's Tatum. The Magic getting the bucket. Smart on the wing. Misses the wing J.
Well, I think the defense took that possession off. I'm pretty sure he won't miss next time.
And it's Gordon missing. Celtics trail by 6. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And a quick look at the numbers for Kyrie Irving. 13th in assists, 14th in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball play. Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon, and the wide-open shot from Morris.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
The Celtics shooting 47% here so far. Pass to Horford. Fires the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Al Horford.
Well, we know this. Al Horford's release is extremely quick. He can get that shot off in no time.
That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Now, here's Tatum. 17 points for him last game against Miami.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Well, I like the synergy, right? The ball is moving well, and they're seeing that hard work pay off.
Celtics trail by 5. Irving kicks to Tatum. And stolen by Fournier. The pass to Augustine. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Irving. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami. To the middle. Horford, no luck.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics, and the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. Now, Ross, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Rozier with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Brown outside. Down low. Goes up with it. The rebound by Grant. Magic leading by 9. To the inside. Here's Bamba. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. In fourth, the Celtics.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Picked off in midair. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. Taking a look at Boston, they're having a solid season, fifth in the conference and looking to move up. And of course, Orlando, right now, quite a ways down below.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Oh! Look at that.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Tice kicks to Rozier. And Gordon over to help. In the corner, Horford with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. And too long on the shot. Orlando leading by 13. Here's Ross. Lays it up and banks it in.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Rozier kicks to Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Well, how about the leaping ability of Jaylen Brown? Soars high for the rim-rocking slam. Go to work, young man.
Here's Ross, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Terrence Ross, Doris, one of the more athletic wingmen in the league.
Right, Kevin. This guy's got great reach and frame for the position he plays, and he's always been able to dazzle at times, but he can also disappear. So this guy's got to find that ability to get involved and stay active.
One shot, find the lanes.
That free throw good from Ross.
Well, Steve Clifford takes over here in Orlando, and of course he is known for his frankness and his disciplined approach to the game. You think about Clifford's teams, they rarely make unforced errors and are some of the best at minimizing their own mistakes.
On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 19-7 run. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Rozier. Some solid defense from Grant. And for Clifford, his job in Orlando, Doris, will be to develop the skills of his very young core.
That is correct, and he'll try to get this young group to play intelligently, minimize turnovers. You remember he once famously said the NBA isn't about winning, it's about winning in the playoffs.
Horford. Boston again missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
To the paint, all alone. And it's Brown getting it to go. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end. You know, I think the beauty of Gordon Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics is that, one, he was reunited with his old college coach, and two, he was familiar with the system and knew his skill set was a perfect match.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, Doris, with Hayward's ability to shoot and pass from the wing, his fit with the Celtics just made sense.
You know, it probably was not easy for Gordon Hayward to leave Utah, the organization that drafted him and put faith in him. But to me, the Boston situation was too good to pass on.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. Hayward hits them both.
Well, this is a space you do not want to allow Gordon Hayward to get. He has been a lights-out free throw shooter his entire career.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
So Rozier will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 18. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
This is an example of Al Horford, such a difficult cover. He's tall, he's long, and he utilizes all of that to his advantage.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, guys, when you think of Al Horford, he is the prototypical big for what the Boston Celtics hope to do. This guy is very switchable on the defensive end. He can also make three-point shots at a high percentage, which is critical to the spacing they hope to achieve offensively.
And he's good on the second.
I just like the leadership of Al Horford. This is a dominant player, but he's remarkably efficient as well.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And, guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
And the free throw, no good.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
Good on the shot.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
Here's Grant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics trail by 17 for the three. And there's Rozier on the assist by Hayward.
Okay, Gordon Hayward, we know you're an all-star level talent as a scorer. Now you're just showing off with that pass.
The offensive rebound. Bamba converts on the jumper for the easy two. Bamba's got his third bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, good things always come when you've got players who work hard for second chance opportunities.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Got it. Good job in the low post. Ross has got 11 points.
We call that making it quick work, Kevin. A chance to start the break, and they take it. Ross is hard to slow down.
And so it's Orlando, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Magic really take control here.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Celtics, filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Then there's Horford. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Tice in at the 4. Celtics trail by 16. Let's go. Offensive rebound. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Tice has got his first basket of the night. The Magic have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And the basket is good. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Stolen by Bamba. And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes in. He's got 10.
He's really good at getting down the floor. When Bamba is hustling, good things often happen in transition.
Down low. And finished off by Horford.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 12 points for Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, and that's how the lead has gotten stretched to the point it has. I mean, too many good looks being given up way too easily.
Brown kicks to Hayward. Back to Brown. Passes it to Rozier. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. In fourth, the Celtics.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Just 2 to shoot. Hayward can't hit.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Didn't think that was going to go in. And the Magic lead by 21.
Jonathan Simmons is still a work in progress, but he has an understanding that that three-point shot has got to be in his arsenal.
Hayward against Ross. Hayward finds Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, don't touch Al Horford. You might get burned. This guy's just making shot after shot.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, court vision, Dora, is one of those intangible skills. You had it when you played, and when it comes to seeing the floor, I'm sure you have people that impress you with the way they see what's going on.
Kevin, I feel very lucky and fortunate to have witnessed one of the seminal players of his generation and arguably the greatest passer in the history of the NBA, and that's LeBron James. I mean, this guy's ability to make any pass, to put a 50-foot pass on a rope from one side of the floor, maybe from the hash mark to the opposite corner, and put it in the shooting pocket of different players is mind-boggling. At the center spot, you've got the young and talented and pass-first center of Nikola Jokic. And then, of course, the man who, to me, for a 10-year stretch, was the best pure point guard in the NBA, and that's Chris Paul. And listen, historically, some of the guys I loved watching, Steve Nash, John Stockton. I loved Mo Cheeks. Listen, I'm very partial to men who want to distribute the basketball and who take special relish in watching guys score baskets off their work.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gordon. Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Jaren Grant. And a new group in for the Celtics. Marcus Morris is checked in for Daniel Tice. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Rozier. And the basket by Isaac.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. That's tipped. Morris kicks to Tatum. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Irving passes to Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
And he recovers it. They get it back. Simmons. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
That's tipped.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
Celtics trail by 21. Irving, a good look. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it's Boston with another.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection, and Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Celtics. 19-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
And the dunk by Horford.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
From 12 feet out. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Vucevic has got 10 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the dunk by Horford.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
The Magic making a switch here. A one-deuce checked in.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Al Horford. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
This is a very confident young guy. Jonathan Isaac feels like he belongs in the NBA, welcomes the contact in that instance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting one.
That's good from Isaac. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high. Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Up next, workaholics, and me, I need a Rolex. The shine, he need a Rolex. I guess whatever I get, make sure my bro get. Believe me, if I'm eating, we got the itis. No touch, we talking numerals. I got the Midas. Just like two, I'm out your thing. Hey, this is not an I thing. It's a we thing. It's a team thing. This is not an I thing. It's the green man. The green man. This is not an I thing. It's a we thing.
You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. 5th, Marcus Morris.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Celtics. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
This is where the focus and the confidence of Marcus Morris shows through. This guy's so good at keeping his eye on the target. I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Irving against Augustine. Inside. Here's Tatum. The shot, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Here's Vucevic. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Well, this is why Kyrie Irving can make a defense look bad. He can beat you with his scoring or his passing.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
lets it go from 14. And again, it's Boston converting.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. The past month has been surreal. 8th in rebounding. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Irving, good.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Baseline jumper, and off the front iron, and in it goes. 15 points for Vucevic.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Celtics trail by 20 to the inside. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. It's stolen by Morris. Smart on the wing. He's guarded by Fournier. Morris with the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Fournier into the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 18.
Well, solid at recognizing when to attack on the interior. Fournier staying aggressive.
Here's Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Awandu kicks to Isaac. And the layup's good off the glass. Isaac's got 7 points for the quarter.
Wow, how about the focus from the big man? Jonathan Isaac, comfortable in the paint.
Fournier against Smart. Morris. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Marcus Morris.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And it's Vucevic missing.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
To the paint, here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know what's interesting is so many people wondered how Kyrie Irving would fit with the Boston Celtics. Well, the answer was pretty perfectly. He steps right into the system and has to carry the team, and the team flourishes with him at the head.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Isaac. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Horford. Gordon Hayward comes in for Morris. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Tatum. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Marcus Smart. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Bamba kicks to Grant. Ross trying to break loose. No good from Grant. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Celtics trail by 18. Brown dishes to Irving. Here's Tice. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Lets it go with a three.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And there it is for him.
Now, this guy's going to find his way to get the ball in the bucket. Contact or not, Terrence Ross can flat score the basketball.
To the right side. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. No good on the three.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. On offense, here are the Magic. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Ross. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Rozier, the pass to Hayward. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Ross. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Grant against Irving. And it's Tice in the corner. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Ross. From down in the low post, it goes. Ross has got 19 points.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Magic out in front as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. Our coaches really drew up something good for us. They wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He ended up with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Al Horford has been sensational.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
Yeah, I think this guy was really looking for his shot on every possession. Remarkable effort from him on the offensive end in that first half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. And last year, the Celtics appearing in the Eastern Conference Finals for a 35th season.
Simply incredible, Kevin. The most in the East by far. The Sixers and Pistons are a distant second and third. And the way this front office has constructed this roster, expect that total to rise in the coming years.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
A three from Morris. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Augustine with the steal. From 11 feet away, Isaac passes to Vucevic. Outside Tatum. Boston again missing.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. He almost never get that wide open a look.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Well, there's no doubt this quarter has been all about them. They've come out hot and they're not showing any signs of letting up. This guy's pulling his weight tonight. The guys around him need to pick up the slack and start following his lead.
He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving against Augustine. On the wing, Morris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Morris has got 18 points.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside, here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Isaac kicks to Vucevic over Horford, and Vucevic again. Vucevic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Here's Horford. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 25 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Irving double team. Morris left side for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player. And if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Horford, no luck. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Magic have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
To me, Aaron Gordon has all the tools you'd want from a player on the rise. Very good establishing chemistry with his teammates, and all the necessary attributes are there to take a big jump.
The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And Gordon drops them both. And it's Irving with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And stolen by... Oh, wow.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. And he gets it to go. Morris has got 20 points.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Outside Tatum. Feeds it to Irving. Kicks it to Morris. Celtics passing it around. Right side Irving. Off target from three-point range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Well, clear the runway, gentlemen. Aaron Gordon decided to finish with authority.
And here is Irving. He's got 9.
Well, we know this about Nikola Vucevic, right? He's always been a reliable option on the offensive end. He's at his best when he's sort of balancing that inside and outside game. This guy a year ago focused on posting up and getting better looks close to the basket.
Here's Morris. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
Here's Gordon. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. And as talented as Vucevic is on offense, detractors will always question his defense.
Well, I think, Kevin, there's no secret here that his defense is not as strong as his offense. But from a purely statistical standpoint, his team is much better with him on the floor.
Irving finds Morris. Outside Tatum. Hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 8.
This, to me, is an area that Jason Tatum really worked on. That three-pointer now one of the most dangerous aspects of his game.
Yep, it counts.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and Doris make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them.
Smart passes to Horford. Ross against Tatum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And that one falls for Tatum.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Jaron Grant comes in for Evan Fournier. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Horford. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. He hits both from the stripe. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Baseline J on the way. Vucevic with the bucket.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
To the middle, here's Tice. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, the feed puts him in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Boston shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. To the paint. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Grant. Here's Ross. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Ross has got 21 in the game.
Things coming very easily right now for Terrence Ross. He's played with all the swag you can ask for.
He was all alone on that one. And that's 13 points for Jason Tatum.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Morris. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Guard Terry Rozier, a fantastic spark plug off the bench for this team, Doris.
But the reality to me is Terry Rozier is a good enough player to be a starter in the NBA, but that ability to create instant offense, really special.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Vucevic.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
Rozier kicks to Brown. To the paint. Tatum's shot is off. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Vucevic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Vucevic has got 35. The Celtics shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. To the middle. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rozier against Grant. Rozier the pass to Tatum. Ross on the wing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ross has got 6 in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Down low, here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, if he gets near the cup, Jason Tatum will leave, no doubt. Woohoo!
Here's Bamba. Second chance shot. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 37.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Ross against Tatum. Nice. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
How about Jason Tatum with a little pocket pass in the pick and roll? That's nice.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And so it's Boston with it. Rozier looking around to the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
A nice shot by Tatum. The Magic shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Vucevic finds Ross. Here's Bamba. Over Hayward. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
Rozier the pass to Tice. It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. And it's Brown missing. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Magic. Here's Bamba. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
And a solid athlete at his size, Bamba isn't bashful at taking it to the rack and drawing the foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And Orlando making a change here. Owundu's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Tice. 12 points for him. Outside Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Hayward, wide open. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, Gordon Hayward's so good in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Ross. Count it. Ross has got 27 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rozier kicks to Hayward. Down low. Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And the first one at the line is good.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Grant. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Nikola Vucevic has done a great job of improving, Doris, his playmaking ability as a center.
And it's the way the league is moving. More and more centers are acting like playmakers. Vucevic, one of them. This guy has upped his assist average in each of the last 5 years. Incredible.
Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
It's tipped. Bamba passes to Vucevic, and Augustine kicks to Bamba. Brown against Ross, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Magic making a change here. Now, here's Rozier. Pass to Hayward. Over in the corner, Brown. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Ross. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Orlando out in front, just dominating this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Boston, Abusele out there with Ojale. Then there's Jaylen Brown. Then it's Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Here's Brown. And it falls over the rim and in. Brown's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Celtics. Here's Martin. Rebound by Williams. The Celtics shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Martin wide open. He fires. Great look, but off the mark. And here's Boston. Pass to Ojale. Makes it off the glass. The Magic have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Martin goes in. A baseline J. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook, who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. Ken Burge has checked in for the Magic. And a change for the Celtics. Irving's checked in. That one misses.
And boy, Robert Williams, big athletic guy who just doesn't back down. Still polishing his game, polishing that skill set, but when he's focused, he's absolutely spectacular.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Here's Wanamaker. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And defensively, just giving up the high percentage look down low.
Not a lot of aggressiveness from the defense right there. You didn't put up enough fight early to keep him from scoring in the post.
A one-do. That's good. Maybe the most amazing thing about Williams outside the alley-oops is this shot-blocking presence he gives you on the floor.
Yeah, he's one of the few guys that protect the rim from anywhere on the court. Tough inside, able to get out on shooters, and plays with an attitude. Menacing.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. And there's the pass to Irving. Mozgov grabs the board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And the All-Star game last season, Doris. No more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Taken away by Williams. Irving against Augustine. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's 11 points for Kyrie Irving. Mozgov drives in. 2 points. That one goes.
You know, we can forget that Mozgov feels comfortable enough putting the ball on the floor to create a chance every so often.
Irving kicks to Ojale. Back to Irving. Rebound by the Magic. Williams with the steal. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Here's a one-do. The shot's good. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Irving attacking, and Irving throws it down.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
Birch the pass to Martin, and he banks in the layup.
That's a nice little outside-in play right there. Good feed into the post and a solid finish.
To the middle, here's Ojale, and he bangs it home with one hand.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. And he makes good on the layup. One-do's got 6 points in the quarter. Boston shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Here's Irving. A second chance effort. Mozgov grabs the board.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Lucky days and been in the fossil. Your boy is dusty like brush up a fossil. Hear that shit hurt like a noise of a puzzle. I'm the king, I was born in the castle. Bet like a bouncer, I'm ready to tussle. One more baby, I'm ready to bust one. Come with me and my dogs. Hit on my hips like a...
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Jarrell Martin. Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Birch, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
We've seen, Doris, the NBA take a very active role in growing the game internationally. Talk about some of the specifics you've seen in that regard.
Well, I think you have a great leader at the top in Adam Silver who understands that the game is growing on an international stage. It's becoming increasingly popular. And so you see NBA teams going over and playing regular season games in different countries. That's one particular way. Then you have the NBA Cares initiative, which when those teams are over there, they can go out and build basketball academies. NBA in Africa is a once-a-year trip, and they bring 2 teams of NBA players. Think about some of the players off of that continent where they have turned into legit stars. So I think it's important that the game continue to develop, and I love that the NBA considers it part of their responsibility.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
You always got to D up on the perimeter. When you don't, this is what happens.
Here's Wanamaker. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. And that one, good. Birch has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, tremendous understanding from the young Jonathan Isaac. How about that awareness for the young guy?
Inside, here's Yabusele. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Williams with the steal. Irving against Augustine. Irving passes to Wanamaker. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Mozgov.
Yeah, easy call.
Doors with a more punitive luxury tax. Draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries. Never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
Here's Awundu. Buries it down low. Awundu's got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Irving kicks to Yabusele. Here's Wanamaker. Offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
3 on the clock. Pass to Ojale. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Ojale's got 9 points in the quarter.
That three-pointer is good almost every time if he's left that wide open.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. The Celtics shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Here's Yabusele, the 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you like that Mozgov is such a workhorse, such strength and poise that he can get shots to go through contact.
You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
You know, it's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
Now Irving from past the arc. That shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Mozgov, and Mozgov throws it down.
Yeah, when you let Mozgov get planted on your end, he's very hard to move. Great play from him on the second effort.
To the inside, Williams, and Williams throws it down.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now. Well, he's got a wonderful touch from deep, right? And with his size, a defender has a hard time even bothering him on the perimeter.
Irving finds Williams. Over to the wing. Pass to Wanamaker. Over in the corner, Williams. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by the Magic. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Birch. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Morris, no good. Orlando's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. A one-do. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-a player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Irving with the ball. Down low. Mozgov with the steal. Birch the pass to a one-do. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
Irving kicks to Morris. To the paint. Williams can't get it to go. And it's the Magic's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And it's a one-do missing. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Mozgov with the steal. And a wide-open look for Simmons from outside off the mark.
2 minutes.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Connects from three-point range. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Pass to Wanamaker. Lets the 3 fly. The shot that time not on target. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Simmons. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Vucevic.
Boy, with all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And the Magic with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. And the basket by Isaac.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Orlando foul ball. DJ Augustine. That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Robert Williams. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
And both free throws good for Williams. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Celtics ball.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Marcus Morris.
They're leading by 44. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
I got it.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He'd finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that. And finally, finding a rhythm, but unfortunately, a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game because this one looks over.
And stolen by Gordon. Stops, pops, it's good. Gordon's got 40 points.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.